I'll show you some more details with the V-Synth GT later, but real quickly, in this next song I'm using actually this sort of electronic guitar type sound with aftertouch. Also using D-beam filter. So actually all these products here have D-beams and they're assignable, so you can control filter, pitch, whatever you want. And yeah, so this sound was actually made by Jordan Rudess of the group Dream Theater. You may have heard of them. And so a lot of famous people are involved making sounds for V-Synth GT, like Jordan Rudess, Crystal Method, Chemical Brothers, David Ahlund, Michael Schack. No, not Michael Schack. No, because he's just a drummer. But anyway, yeah, and also in the next song I'm using the Juno-G workstation for the backing track. And what's really cool about the Juno-G is that we have all kinds of sounds in sound. So anything from beautiful pianos, strings, to really nasty electronic stuff, even drums, you know. So if you want the drums to be really tight, you can actually use them in here instead, you know, of live Belgian drummers. Also, we have USB ports, so you can connect it to USB to your computer and import MIDI files, samples, sounds, pictures of Britney Spears. Whatever you want, you can put inside the Juno-G. So,
I will feature also one of the great qualities of TD-20 V-Drums. It's also possible with the TD-12. Also, please check out the TD-9, the brand new drum set that's over there. Also, you can add a hi-hat system which uses the normal hi-hat stand you normally use with acoustic drums. This is actually a normal hi-hat stand from acoustic drums. I can turn it into a digital hi-hat stand, and additionally I can assign any other hi-hat sound, for instance. Why not on other pads? All these pads are dual triggering, so I can have, for instance, a hi-hat here on the bow, one on the edge for accents, open, close, open, close. But also on the stomp pad, for instance, I can even have a hi-hat with an added tambourine sound, and additionally on the rim a low one which I can open, close as well. So actually I'm using 3 hi-hats on one and the same drum set without adding other pads. Of course you can add a lot of other pads, but this is very versatile. You can be the architect of your own drum set and use this, for instance, for a mid-tempo P-funk kind of composition like we will be playing on top of, and it's coming out of the Juno-G. Ready, Dave?
yeah, and also you will hear some vocals in this song, and they're also coming out of the Juno-G because there's a sampler inside, so this is a very important feature as well.
An emergency. Tempo has reached critical level.
Thank you. Nice one. Next example, let's take it a little bit further. And listen to this. In the TD-20, for instance, you also have internal effects. Please don't leave, sir. You can actually win an SPD-S. But anyway, many people come by. So, next one, distortion sounds on the drums. You might think, what is this? This sounds a little bit weird, but actually in modern music styles, and especially alternative rock, some drummers use distortion, or some producers use distortion to make the sounds fit a little bit more with the great guitar sounds, distorted guitar sounds. Like for instance, Queens of the Stone Age or Foo Fighters, you hear the drum sounds really match with the guitar sounds. Same thing here, because the backing track I will be triggering now is coming out of the SPD-S. There's a lot of guitars involved, and in the middle of the performance, for instance, I can again just change the bass drum. And still keep that same atmosphere on the toms and the cymbals. Dave.
It's so amazing.
It's incredible. It's made in Japan, Dave.
It's so easy to use and saves so much time and money. Anyway, I'm just playing some live stuff using some lead from the SH201 and another lead from the Juno-G and another lead using V-Synth GT. So it pretty much speaks for itself.
Play 3 leads.
You can actually, yeah.
Wow.
If you have 3 arms, you can do that easily. And also, but before we start, yeah, I have a scratch sound that's pretty cool on the V-Synth GT. And but we have to tune the instruments before we start.
There's also internal tuner in the SPD-S, or effects if you want. Yeah. I also, okay.
Symbolism is extraordinary.
Any music goes, it's a sampler, so you don't have to use samples only for hip-hop or trip-hop or lounge or drum and bass or techno. You can use it for any kind of music, even crossover, add a guitar, add a percussion loop, and just have fun with this combination.